Broncos and the San Diego Chargers. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Hurry up!
Now Rivers. Inman has it over the middle. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run here. This is Dexter McCluster. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And on 2nd and 10 now. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
I love watching T.J. Ward play. Whether it's covering in the deep zones or blitzing, this man makes plays.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Simeon. And hauled in here by Jordan Norwood. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Let's go! Green, 39! Detroit! Detroit! No, check! Patriot!
Now Simeon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go!
In motion left goes Sanders. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is Booker on the dump off. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and short, it's Booker. Room here to run. run. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
In motion left here, Sanders. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. So the offense has it first and 10. On first and 10, Rivers. And he rifles one incomplete. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
12. Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be...
And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Simeon. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do,